Okay then.
Here we go. We are all types of live-tacular. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Wiz. What's up?
I'm just saying, are we finally ready yet to start episode 7?
This is actually episode 8. I have it labeled as 9. I have to go back and change that. Your guys' real...
Don't lie to me, this is episode 7 again.
Yeah, your guys' real episode 7 was officially uploaded like the week after you guys played it, just because dumb broadcaster things. That was the week XSplit switched all their shenanigans, and I have to like start typing in the information afresh every time. But anyways, welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group A, the Sky of Wolves. We have a mostly full party with some new people joining us, and then we are missing Anthony tonight. I will be controlling Soulmane. And it is going to be a heck of a wild ride. As always, we are affiliated now with a group of entertainers and content creators, Lost Dragon Entertainment. All those links will be constantly being pushed out through our social media, so make sure and follow the other great content we're producing for you. And without further ado, we're hopping into the recap. So I am not going to 4 minutes. That's going to be my timer for this one. So last session, the party traveled to the Flame Gate and met up with Elena. Elena introduced herself to the party and saw that you guys had added new people to your ranks, and agreed to pay them each 2,000 gold per person. She paid half up front, and then the second half she gave to Mallet to be distributed after the job was finished. She explained that you guys were going to be traveling to the Earthfire, and that everything was going according to plan. And that on your way to the Earthfire, you guys would need to find a guide to lead you there, or rather to help lead everybody there, and preferably a guide who was not a mountain warden. You guys found one and decided that you didn't need a guide, and that Alward could lead the party if he had the proper information. And a woman by the name of Scrunch taught you just about everything you needed to know, and I'm gonna turn the music back on because I like music. Taught you just about everything you needed to know to get to the mountains. After getting the information from Scrunch, you guys went back to Elena and got ready to... you were preparing to depart. There were 2 paths through the mountains. One was a dangerous climb, and the other one was a pretty safe long road that was patrolled by guards and the Royal Army from a fortress in the north called Northwind. You guys were evaluating the options of each path and decided it was best to send Roseril to the fortress of Northwind to basically get the schedule of the patrol guards that would be there. Roseril is a professional at impersonating officials, so he said it would take him a day to implant an identity inside of the fort, and then to start acting on it and collect the information. So Roseril packed up and left, and then Terrorcry busted into the lodge and informed Elena that the Eye of the Mountain, the whole reason she had did everything she'd done to get him and his army out of the north, was still in the north, protecting, not protecting the Earthfire, but sitting at the Flame Gate, which, you know, is at most, are at the closest, quickest hike is a day and a half from the Earthfire. Finding out that he was still there, Elena had to shift her plans. She told everybody in the party she would pay them double if they killed him before tomorrow night. With that, the party headed out of the door immediately, found the lodge that he was staying at, walked in, and promptly attacked him. Things went south very quickly for the party as they found out that he was a very powerful druid, and Malik went down in the fight, and everybody else is still engaged in it. So without further ado, we're gonna pick up from right there with some battle music. It's gonna take me 2 drags to get you guys to your combat grid. It's far, far away.
I'm not the only one who doesn't exactly feel pumped by this battle music, right? I'm not the only one.
Alright, and then your guys' initiative is on my computer. I'm gonna put the initiative in Discord so everybody can see it. That way I don't have to upload it to Roll20. And we'll just drag this right here. So, moving at the top of the round, we are starting a new round. Moving at the top of the round, Soulmane was the first one in initiative. He is going to, seeing Malik go down in the back and everybody else in this party either looking either looking bloodied or not that they're not looking bloodied or not prepared enough to handle how much longer this fight is going to go on. Soulmane with, what, 5 HP left, is going to wipe the blood off of his face, stepping, bonus action to disengage, step between the table and the Eye of the Mountain, bring his Valpyr sword forward. Bring the Oath Blade forward that he has. Look at the Eye of the Mountain, turn the hilt, and hand it towards Nykirin, and say, "Hold on to this for me." Soulmane kneels down, puts his hands behind his head, and yields. Nykirin looks shocked. Next up on the initiative order, it is the Eye of the Mountain. Unsure what to think of this. He transforms again into a giant crocodile, pushing this person out of his space and pushing Nykirin back. He looks up at Roak and growls. It is Nykirin's turn. She is holding the Oath Blade in shock, kind of looking down at Soulmane, and she is going to roll a percentage die. Above 50, she runs. Below 50, she is going to yell, "Let's get out of here! Come on!" And she readies an action to run if she is further engaged. It is Roak's turn.
Alright, what did this dude turn into again?
He is a giant crocodile. He is looking up at you.
Oh. So, alright, character sheet.
Soulmane is literally a flick on the forehead away from dying. He has yielded. Nykirin is bloodied also.
Let's see what I got. So we've got two non-combatants. Let's see. How far am I away from, well,
You are 15 feet in the air above where Soulmane was standing.
let's see.
Hey, Malik on deck.
Yeah, that's going to be a long turn. So, are there any windows in this room?
There is... Ooh. Let me close that, because that's not what I want to open. I want to F11. There we go. There's a draft coming in from the back, as far as, you know, there are those griffin rookeries, where people can literally fly into the back part and then walk down this, like, this bending, wooden ladder system that leads into this lodge. Roak can fly out of here. And what those would look like is... see if I can find a picture of it. Does Roak want to fly out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
Take the I guess it's the dash action.
Would kind of look like that built into a mountainside, except instead of cave face on one side of those wooden stairs, it would be, you know, flaps of tents, just shielding from the open breeze that would hit this thing.
Okay. Well, yeah, he flies out that way and just
All right.
head away.
The rest of the remaining party is going to see Roak look down at this, then look up and start heading out of here. Alright, it is Malik's turn. Death saving throw. 7. Malik fails a death saving throw. It is all...
Is he permanently dead yet?
No, Malik is not permanently dead, but it is not looking good for him. It is all of the enemies all of the armed soldiers' turns. They are going to... Alward, Skari, and Anston are the only remaining combatants over here that they are capable of fighting.
What are you talking about? They could always finish off Malik. On the direct attack, gives him an automatic failed death save.
Yeah, but to them, Malik is unconscious and the least of their worries. Skari, yeah. He's going to make a multi-attack at Skari, rolling a 3, a 4, and an 8. That 8 is gonna hit her. I gotta pull up her AC. Let's see. She has got an armor class of 12. The 8 hits her. This guy is rolling with his longsword. He's going to deal 9 points of slashing damage to Skari. I believe that's gonna... Oh, 48. I was not recording her hit points on her sheet. Oh yeah, you guys are on that card. Alright, I have Skari taking 17 points of damage so far this combat. If that sounds incorrect, feel free to inform me. I just have people initialed on the card. Alright, she takes 9, and she is not bloodied, but she looks pretty daggone bad. It is the rest of the swordsman's turn. Oh no, you guys killed one of them. This one is going to grapple Soulmane. Soulmane rolls a... well, no, he wouldn't roll a contested grapple. He is yielding. This guy is going to move forward and move to rest Nykirin. Her readied action is going to go off, and she is going to run. But the guy does get into her square. So she has a contested... You guys would have won this combat if I'd been rolling like this last round. She rolls a 6 on her grapple check, and he is going to restrain her before... Or he is going to grapple her, reducing her speed to 0 before she can get out. It is Outward's turn. Things are not looking too good for Outward. He is surrounded. There are 4 people around him, and then a giant crocodile on the other side of the room, and 4 more people resting as friends. His cleric has just left him.
Okay, yeah, looks like I'm not going to be able to do anything for Malik. So,
What a shock.
Yeah, no, it's almost as if you planned it that way.
You can help Malik up.
Yeah, you could stabilize me.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of action would it be to get onto my bear? Move.
Yeah, if you have movement, it's just going to be 10 feet of your movement climbing onto him.
Okay. I have a plan. My plan is tell Skari to get on the bear, and then prepare an action so that when the bear passes me, I jump on it.
Alrighty.
Would that work? Or is this just to see and find out?
Yeah, I will. I mean, I will allow that as a readied action, as you know, Kara, because Kara does have reactions, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Kara runs. You know, when Skari gets on Kara, Kara runs south, and then Alward's action is to hop on Kara. Kara moves much later in the round. BT dubs, though. I have her at 5. Okay. Alrighty. It is Skari's turn. Skari is going to look back at Nykirin, look at Kara, and then yell to her, "We'll be back! Anston, let's go!" She hops on Kara. Kara cannot ready that action to run until her turn. It is Anston's turn. Anston knows these guys are not gonna let you simply out of here. Anston is going to... Man, this is a hard decision. He's one man, and he's got 3 people he needs to defend.
There's not really much you can do now, is there?
Yeah, he is going to keep your path clear. He's going to move here and ready in action to grapple anybody who tries to get in Kara's way with Skari on it. So if Kara moves over and then books it, he is keeping that path free for her. Alright. It is their turn. Have you ever seen a barbarian standing over a halfling, like a mountainous, like northern barbarian, just dressed from head to toe in wools and furs and armor, wielding a warhammer, just standing over this halfling with it raised over his head? He is like 4 times the height of Allward right now. And he is going to...
Yeah, I've seen that before. What the halfling did is he walked between his legs, and then then the barbarian couldn't do anything. And then all I would have to do is take a short sword and just aim up a bit. And that barbarian would be immobilized for a long while.
He is rolling an attack roll at you. The first one I know is going to miss because it is a 5, but he extra attacks for a 23 on the second one.
Ow.
He is going to hit and deal 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, that was mean.
Oh yeah, definitely. This one is going to see what Anston is doing. Move to stop Anston. Anston's action is going to trigger. He is going to grapple that guy. Rolling a 17. And that guy rolls a 15 before any bonuses. That is going to beat Anston's check. This guy is not restrained. And he is going to continue his action and roll twice at Anston. Missing on an 11 and hitting on an 18. Anston takes Anston takes 13 points of damage. Anston is bloodied. It is oh, wait. There's one more of their turns. This one moves behind Anston, taking extra attack with 2 attacks with advantage.
Anson's gonna go down.
No, he'll be fine. He only has like 12 AC. The guy's second attack rolled... Well, the guy rolled a 1 and an 8, but the 8 hits with his +5 to hit. So, Anston is going to take 2 more attacks, taking a total of 8, and then taking another 7. Wow. Alright, let's go Anston. Alright, Anston is surrounded. The paths for Kara to get out of here are closing off. It is Kara's turn.
Cool. Okay, so this is the route that Kara is going to. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's 40-foot movement speed. With the disengage action. Or do I want to dash? Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. 3 attacks of opportunity. Let's... I forget what Kara's AC is like.
You can dash or disengage. It is up to you.
I'm gonna have to disengage. There's only a 15 AC, and they have multi-attack.
Okay, keep in mind when you trigger an attack of opportunity this edition, it's a special action that only allows you to take a single attack at a person.
Well, they're rolling at +5, so they'd have... Wait, are we going attacker or defender wins?
The swordsmen so far have been more accurate. The swordsmen are rolling at +6 and dealing less damage. The barbarians are rolling at +5. Are dealing less damage, and the barbarians are rolling at +5 and dealing more damage.
Are we going attacker or defender wins?
Attacker.
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage.
Alrighty. So, Kara starts running out with Skari and Alward on her back. The rest of the party is yielded. Give me 1 second to do this and... Alright. So, Alward and Kara and Skari all start running south. That is the bottom of the round. This guy... Oh, no, that's not the bottom of the round. There's still 2 more. Okay, so this guy is going to allow he's been allowing other creatures to use their reaction on his commands. He's going to point to Anston and say, if that one won't yield, kill him! Triggering the reaction of the first barbarian. He is going to roll a natural 20. And I lied. If I had been rolling like this last session... and he's going to roll max damage on 2 damage die. And deal 26 points of bludgeoning damage to Anston. Bringing his Warhammer up. Anston looks at you guys getting away safely. And then sees the hammer all too late. And it you see pieces of him crunch in as he crumples to the floor. Skari yells on the back of the bear, almost falling off of it. I am going to roll her a percentage die.
What would I have to roll to stop it, to stop her from falling off?
I will allow you to burn your reaction as a grapple attempt.
Sure.
DC 13 to hold on to her.
It's okay with my +1 to athletics. I'll be able to manage this.
She's a little bit bigger than you, and your barding for
Can I
Tara
give her
was
inspiration.
yeah, you can give Outward an inspiration. You can roll it again.
Hey.
Cool.
Believe.
Yay!
16. Skari sees Anston drop, turns screaming at the top of her lungs and faints, falling off of Kara, but Outward thankfully catches her and secures her in the barding. Anston is down. Nykirin is...
Because Howard looked over and saw Malik's corpse and was like, well, I can save one.
Yeah.
Well, today is just really disappointing.
Yeah, that is horribly disappointing. The last one, what's he gonna do? Everybody's he's gonna turn to the Eye of the Mountain and say, "Sir, we have things secured." The crocodile looks from where Roek left, and it goes to the top of the round. Soulmane is restrained. The Eye of the Mountain leaves his beast form. You guys... Oh, hey, well, we're gonna do one more round because Outward still has obstacles. Let's go to a different music. The Eye of the Mountain leaves his beast form, shifting into a regular person. Looks at Skari, or rather Nykirin, still fighting. And is going to look towards Soulmane and say, who sent you? It is next up. Oh, okay, yep. Alright, so that goes off. Nykirin gets a turn to try and beat this guy's grapple check. Nykirin is going to once again try and fight her way out of this before finally looking at what happened to Anston. And then she's gonna like jerk her arm and say, "I yield." Sheath the sword and put her hands behind her head. It is Roak's turn. Roak can continue to leave.
Yeah, Roak keeps flying.
All right. Moving at 17 in the initiative round. You guys are going to just hear this this screech and this bright beam, this just single small beam, zip through the top of the tent. And it is no, like, this beam's width is no larger than a bee as far as like how wide it is, and it is just a pure white beam of light that shoots towards the Eye of the Mountain. Oh god. Alright. What is his AC? Out of crocodile form. Where is Volos? It is going to touch his AC, I believe. $16. All right. This beam is going to touch his AC at 16, just striking him in the chest for 73 points of damage. He tumbles to the side, rolling several times before looking up at the sky of the tent and saying, "Where did that come from?" It is, he is bloodied. It is Malik's turn. Malik rolls a death. Oh wait, wait. Yeah, Malik rolls a death saving throw.
Bleed out. Man,
4.
I'm good at bleeding.
Malik has 2 failures. Alrighty. Next up on the round.
Rip Malik. He was a kindly heretic or something like that.
Next up on the round is going to be the swordsman. They are going to... Oh, man. One is going to look back towards them. They're going to say, "Catch that bear!" He is going to take a dash action after Kara. Alright. This one does not have +4 in his strength modifier. He's going to roll a contested athletics check against Kara. And Kara has a chance to get away from this thing. You can roll a athletics or acrobatics check for Kara. Alright.
I'm going to use my inspiration for Kara.
Okay. Go ahead and re-roll it.
That's much better.
That is significantly better, but he did roll a natural 20. He is going
I hate
to...
you.
I hate me too. He is going to restrain Kara, specifically like grabbing at her waist, and then's like, wait, this is a giant moving bear, as it's like dragging him along, and he's going to just kind of pivot back and just grab her 2 hind legs, causing...
I imagine like he dived with his hands like the barding, and then just caught hold of a paw.
Yeah.
And he dug his...
Yeah, 100% like that, and just, you know, this pure luck of a grab on her is just going to trip her up, restraining her. Coming to the edge, by the way, this is an elevated platform that you guys are on. You can see that just past here in the distance, and this is a massive hunting lodge you guys are in once again. You can see in the distance there is that feast of the 24 keepers that are eating. It doesn't seem that they had noticed you guys before, or rather the ruckus going up here, as they are well over 300 feet away and on a lower platform. They have, however, saw that beam of light, and they're getting, some of them have started to rouse themselves. The ones moving forward, since they're on the ground, this is a weird thing to describe. So if you scroll down to the bottom of the thing, I'm gonna draw it out for you. Since you are right here, as they get up and leave their table and start walking towards you, they leave your field of vision. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. They're at such an angle that we can't actually see down to them.
Yes. Exactly. That's how you word. Alright, so...
Thanks. I word well.
It is, other guy's turn. He is going to grab, the eye of... he's going to grab the eye of the mountain and start dragging him away. As he does, Nykirin, who is now no longer restrained, is going to look side to side, pull out the rapier, and shove it through the eye of the mountain, who is prone. She hits, and how much damage is this thing doing?
D8 plus Dex or Strength.
Yeah, Soulmane had a magical one that he said he was giving to her.
Fair enough.
Oh no, he has she has his rapier and his magical sword. So the rapier does deal a D8 of damage. She would roll max damage on this. Lodging it through his chest. Nykirin is going to deal... What is her dexterity modifier? +4, +7 is going to be 11 points of damage. And Nykirin uses lots of poisons. And he's going to roll a save against her rapier. And he's going to pass that. Alright, Nykirin deals 11 points of damage to the Eye of the Mountain. He barely looks like he is holding in there. It is Roak's turn. Roak at this point would have been like up at the rookery and can fly out of here. He did, however, see the beam of light tear through these top tarp of this tent.
It didn't hit him, did it?
It barely hit the Eye of the Mountain. He is not dead. He is not unconscious.
Okay. No, he's gonna keep flying. He's gone.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, Roak already took his turn this round. That was a reaction. I was wondering, I was like, why didn't Nykirin even move? Alright, so yeah, reaction, swordsman move. Alward, it's Alward's turn. Kara is restrained. The 24 keepers below you are moving in your direction.
This seems like the time for checking my character sheet.
Alright,
Hey, this guy's a humanoid, right?
the one grappling Kara? Yes.
Yeah. I have +2 bonus to damaging him. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Fight until the last breath?
No.
Oh. Attack him?
Oh yeah. So let's see, that's two short sword attacks.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll each of them. The 10 does not hit this guy. This is one of the ones that is wearing armor. A 15 does not hit this guy's AC either. Coordinated attack. Let's see. Yes, it can attack. Kana is still able to take reactions while she's grappled. I think restrained is the one that loses reactions. Go ahead and make that. The 22 does hit. That 11 is going to bloody this guy.
I just like to imagine, like, get off my bed! And suddenly just a claw smacks him, like one of the hind leg just kicks him in the face.
I am sorry. I just lied to you. Grappled creature are... Oh, no. Okay, I did not lie to you. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. Incapacitated creatures can't take actions or reactions, but you are not affected. So you're good. Yes. Kara can take that action. Alrighty. A claw scratches across this guy's face. It bloodies him. Then it is Skari's turn. Skari's going to roll a Constitution save to wake up. She didn't. She just watched her lover be killed in front of her for the second time. Oh my god, that's awful. Alright, Anston is going to roll a death saving throw. Then the both barbarians are going to move forward from Anston in a furious rage, running forward with a hammer and just yelling, "Ah!"
Yeah.
Why you gotta be so mean?
It is the unfortunate side effects of rage. You aren't intelligent enough to not be mean. A 18 versus Alward's AC. Does that hit? Oh.
Meets. It meets.
All right. He's going to deal a D10 of bludgeoning damage and deal 10 bludgeoning damage. He missed his second attack. This other one is going to step forward, and anybody watching these campaigns, this might be the second creature in 2 sessions that I kill. Alright, it's definitely going to miss its first attack. The second attack is going to hit Kara for 8 bludgeoning damage as this one also steps forward. This guy is going to kick Anston a few times. Anston doesn't move. He walks over and kicks this one, Malik, a few times. Malik also does not move. He is going to move here and take 2 attacks at Alward, missing the first, and a 17 versus Alward's AC. Is gonna miss. Yep. He took too much time making sure the other people were knocked out. It is Kara's turn. Kara can contest this dude's athletics check if she wants.
I mean, how else is she gonna get free?
Alrighty. Killing him?
Yeah, but that takes time.
Alright, roll the check.
Would this technically count as a saving throw?
No, it is an acrobatics escape attempt or an athletics attempt to muscle him off of you.
I could try.
A 13. He rolled a 13, but plus his bonuses, he is going to...
I hate you.
He's going to beat Kara's check and keep her restrained.
In that case, can she try and kick him off again?
She gets her reaction back, but if something doesn't trigger a reaction, you can't just use a reaction.
No.
Oh no! The athletics check is your action for that turn. That's why I was saying you could choose not to do that and just attack instead. You cut off for me, Wiz. Alright, This guy is going to move back and take an attack at Nykirin. He is going to he's going to miss and hit, dealing 6 points of piercing damage, dropping Nykirin to her knees. That is his turn. Soulmane at 26 is going to fight to get out of this. Check. Rolling a natural 1. That's beautiful.
He somehow manages to tie his own wristbands.
Yeah, well, he was initially going to yield until Nykirin did what she did. The Eye of the Mountain is going to heal himself using a 7th level slot to do so.
Jesus, how strong is this guy?
He's bare minimum a 15th level druid. He just took a disintegration ray like a champion. However, he does not have any more wild shapes. It is... the Eye of the Mountain heals himself up, looks to the sky, and he is going to take cover down next to he's going to take cover down next to the table, and it's Nykirin's turn. Nykirin is going to blitz it out of here. She takes the dash action. And she is going to run past Skari, Elward, and Anston, looking back with tears in her eyes, and it is
Hey, I have returned.
hey, welcome back. Combat is just about over. The moving Roak is out. Malik has another death saving throw he can roll.
Okay. Can you roll that for me?
I have not been rolling good tonight.
Well, I just closed out the window, so you're gonna have to.
Alright, I rolled, and it is a 6. Malik does not spend his days rotting in jail. Malik's soul passes on as the remainder of any conscious members of the party is going to see Malik cough up a bit of blood, just and his body stops jerking. It is the Sorted Guy's turns. Alright, the other keepers are going to be coming up these stairs, filling up the entirety of the escape path. Outward is going to see all hope drain from Nykirin's eyes. Then additionally, the one that is still restraining Kara is going to try and punch her unconscious. He's going to miss her AC. And then he's going to growl and say, "Fine!" Turn his sword around and stab it into Kara, hitting her AC and dealing 8 more points of piercing damage. The other one is going to deal non-lethal damage to Soulmane, who has yielded, although he is fighting to get out of the grip. Soulmane is going to take 8 points of non-lethal damage, and I think that's actually enough to knock Soulmane out too. It is not. Soulmane is hanging in by a single prayer, although he is going to be knocked out regardless this round. It is Alward's turn. He has a final action that he can do something with before all of these dudes jump on him and Nykirin. Nykirin is very bloodied. The rest of Alward's companions are down or gone.
I'm getting this guy off my back.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll that attack. 18 is going to hit the guy grappling your bear. Roll damage. You can roll the second one if you'd like.
So, that's max damage. I'm fine.
No, I'm saying you can roll your second attack.
Yes, that. Just a sec.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I have this guy down as taking 52 points of damage. He is not down, but he is terribly bloodied.
That's okay, because now he gets a claw to the face.
Alrighty, roll it. Uh, 18 is going to hit, bringing your damage total to 63. He barely looks like he's hanging in there.
Oh, wait, because he is a humanoid favored enemy, add +6. That's +2 damage for each attack that hit.
Okay, does that even count for Kara?
Yes.
Alrighty, he is going to go down with that additional damage. Kara is unrestrained, although it does not look good. It is Anston's turn. Death saving throw. 7. 1 failure. Oh, no, that's his first roll. Alright. It is the Barbarian's turn.
Wait, what about Skari?
Oh, Skari has a chance to wake up. Rolling a Constitution save. I don't know her modifier. She rolled a 2 on the last one, so I just know that wasn't going. Skari rolling a Constitution save. It's going. I can tell tonight is going to be a great night for me. 2 20s and all 5s and 6s and that. Skari remains sleeping. It is Anston's turn. He rolled his death saving throw. Barbarians are rolling against Alward.
Please don't.
Well, you're going to see the first one fumble both of his attacks, like seeing his companion like mauled down next to him. The other one is going to focus on Kara. Fumbling one attack also, and then rolling and hitting on the second one. Kara takes 11 points of bludgeoning damage from this one's Warhammer. This one is going to move into position behind Alward, rolling 3 and 5 on the first one with advantage, and 12 is going to put that at 18. The 10 misses. Or, well, rather it's advantage, so the second one hits. He is going to deal 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so Howard is barely standing.
Alrighty. The commanders in the back are going to trigger these guys to use the reactions. It is Kara gets a turn.
Kara's turn. Yay! Disengage. Repeat, disengage.
Alrighty. As Kara gets to the stairs right here, she sees the other 24 mountain wardens coming up here.
Is there any other escape route?
The pathways up the back of the mountain that this thing is built into, the rookery, or running about 150 feet to the walls and, you know, mauling her way through it. However, these guys are going to be on her before then.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go up the stairs as opposed to down.
Alrighty,
Which way is that?
behind the eye of the mountain.
Okay, how far would it be to say, like, jump down?
This place is a jump down off of this thing is going to be 25 feet down. This is a massive, like, lodge that you guys are in.
How much damage would that be? Like 2d10?
It would be D6 plus injury tables for every 20 feet of falling. Or no, I'm sorry. We ruled it at damage. So I think every 20 points of falling damage is when you get an injury. But yeah.
So if Kara were to jump down, would she land behind the guys coming up the stairs?
That is possible, but also remember, rounds are 6 seconds. As Kara's trying to figure all this out, I am going to rule that her turn passes.
She is going to run to the edge at least, but it's just trying to figure out whether or not she jumps.
Alrighty. It is bottom of the round. These guys use their reactions triggered by each of the captains in the back. One is going to... so, Kara has the disengage action. It is acceptable for Kara, but that does not work for everybody on Kara's back. As far as force movement goes. But the first one is going to get an attack on Outward, and the second one is going to also... That's nice not to see 2 1s, finally. 3 and a 15, and then a 15 and a 16 before rolls. Deals 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's unconscious.
Alright. Bottom of the round. New combatants join the fray. I am not going to bother putting them up because they are going to move before Kara. Does Kara keep running? Because these things are going to... Well, she doesn't have a choice. They are going to fight her, and this is the small dudes.
Kara would just keep running until it becomes evident that that there's nowhere left to go, and obviously Howard can no longer give commands, so she'd become very defensive.
Alrighty. This is... Alright, this is a great sword, not great axe, that the fighters have been swinging with. The 19 is going to hit Kara.
They both hit.
Okay. Dealing...
Unless you're saying that me and Scary count as armor now.
No. Dealing 21 points of damage to Kara. Does that knock Kara down? Because there are 24 of these.
She
8
is on 2 hit points, so by that point, she would literally just like stop and start cowering.
Okay. At the as she stops attacking, and becomes feared, one of the wardens is going to restrain her to the ground and begin roping her up. They don't kill wildlife if they don't have to. People, though, are another story. Go ahead and give me a death saving throw for Alward for that turn. Two. All right.
That's nice.
Let's move this to there. There we go. All right. They are not going to. Nykirin has surrendered, and they are not going to let you guys just die on their watch. The death save was just important for if it is a critical fail. The guys rolling medicine checks on you could also fail and kill Alward. They stabilize both. Well, hey, we'll find that out in un secondo. All right, you guys have lost combat. The final things the party sees: being swarmed by mountain wardens and well, let's not do that. Being swarmed by mountain wardens and being captured. Nykirin taking a final shot on the eye of the mountain, and Malik passing into the great beyond. It is hours later. You guys are in kind of a bloody fog. I want this on the map layer. There we go. And I want this on the map layer too, and then I want to delete all that. And I also want to delete that, and I want to delete that. All right. Beautiful. There we go. We can go to suspense music. All right. So it has been several hours. You guys are in a bloody fog as you feel yourselves like kind of being moved and taken places. This whole ordeal, like you guys are coming in and out of this as this is happening, and for a brief moment, who is remaining alive? Oh, Alward, and Soulmane, and Skari would all be alive on literally fractions of a hit point. As you guys wake up, Soulmane, or as Alward wakes up, Soulmane is being questioned, and he can see he's clearly not in the lodge anymore. He is someplace else. This place seems fortified and made of stone. He is tied in a corner. As he is like looking at this questioning like happening, he can't quite make out what's going on. He can see Malik's body is discarded in front of him, and tied up with him is also Nykirin, Skari, and Anston. Nykirin is more bloodied than she was before, bleeding from a wound on her head. He can see that Kara is not dead, but completely restrained. As Nykirin is unconscious, as Alward starts like waking up and coming to, he's going to see a warden like come by, clicking a finger in front of his face, just like as his like visioning's kind of like fixing back in, and at this moment, he's going to see the door of this place, like what he can envision as a door of open. This guy looks to it, sees like looks back to Alward, who's coming to, takes the butt end of his sword and hits Alward atop of the head, knocking him back unconscious. Fading out. He feels a terribly bumpy ride. He is gagged and restrained, and it is terribly cold the next time he wakes up. He cannot see anything. This process goes on of warmth, gagged, restrained, can't feel anything, terrible coldness, bumpy moving for days before he loses count of time. Finally, the tarp, or rather the the blindfold is pulled off of Alward's face as he is shaken awake as he's put into a cell.
Why so many? My head.
His gad's also removed, by the way. As he is like woken up in this cell, in here with him also is Soulmane and Skari. Nykirin is not here, nor is Anston.
What about Kara?
Kara is not here also. In the
Those bastards.
in the tunnels of this prison, Alward can hear the talking of voices. Soulmane wakes up. Skari rolls a 19 and wakes up. They are also going to come to, and Skari is going to look around this prison, see only Soulmane and Alward here. Yeah, I was trying, for some reason my mind kept saying Anston. And for the first time, Alward is going to see her in her natural appearance. Skari, who has been exceptionally, like, just gorgeous and just what you'd expect of the ideal Ardorian, looks horrific and covered in scars, like somebody cut off her skin and sewed it back together. There is not an inch of her body that is not maimed. She is going to panic, covering her face, looking to the bars, covering her arms are restrained, although she is able to move around inside the cell, and cover like as much of herself as she can. And she's gonna say, "Where's it? What happened? Oh God!"
Skari, it's okay. I'm sorry. I couldn't get us out.
Soulmane is going to snap awake, or kind of snap to, and just be like, your lover boy's fine. He's alive. They didn't kill him, but can't be said for the rest of us. Skari is going to look to him and say, "What happened?" Soulmane is going to say, "We lost. Elena sent us in to our suicide. But after we took so much out of him, her and Terrorcry showed back up and finished the job." And she's going to look to her bindings and say, "And what, she just left us to die?" Soulmane is going to shake his head and say, "No, they tried running when she got there. We were on horses and carriages. After that, they knocked me out. I don't know what happened, but last I saw, Terrorcry was chasing after the lot of us." Skari is going to look back to Alward and say, "So she's going to break us out of here, right? She wouldn't just leave us like that." Soulmane spits and says, "If she sent us to die, I don't think she cares that much."
Alward shrugs. I mean, you know, I kind of only met her once, and, well, to be honest, I only really met her because Malik and, well, we saw what kind of state he ended up in.
She's gonna turn to Soulmane and say, "Oh God, Malik!" Soulmane looks away. That said, flipping to the other people inside this chamber. Teak, Oagan, and oh gosh, Practice, there we go, are inside of this prison hall. They are talking to Brigadier General Frostson. He is surrounded. He is also known as Keeper Mahavan. He is in charge of managing Westwind. He is a High General of the Royal Army. He is also a Mountain Warden. As you guys are having this conversation, he's going to gesture over his shoulder down to the rows of cells and say, "So the Chantry told me you guys were coming in. The Mountain Wardens turned in these prisoners, but we barely got them transferred here. We haven't had a chance to question them yet. We've got 2 of them upstairs for holding, but I don't pretend to interfere with the goddess's will. You know, with the Civil War and everything happening, I try and keep as many people happy as I can."
"You need not worry about it, General. As you say, things are now in the hands of the Church. The unrepentant are on the job." Says Teak.
Alrighty. Once you finish that statement, he's going to gesture down the hallway and say, "Well, I'll be questioning the other one, and I'll be questioning the other one in a special cell we've set up for her. It seems that she was the leader of this bunch, or at least from what we can tell. Until I'm done with her, these ones are yours." And he's going to place a hand on Teek's shoulder and say, Umiya's blessing. May it be with us all in these troubled times."
"And with you as well. I have one more question. Were there any that did not survive the journey from the Mountain Warden's keep?"
He is gonna shake his head and say, "No, these were the ones that attacked the Eye of the Mountain before he went missing." The others that were with them perished his honor guard.
I see. Very well. Let me speak to those that you have in captivity now.
All right. Give me un secondo to send a message.
Fractus is going to nod as he's playing with a deck of cards.
As we walk along the corridor, Teak is going to turn to Practice and say, "You need not tempt with the freedom of gambling."
Ha! Freedom of gambling. Well, there's no freedom in gambling. It's just life,
I
my
suppose
friend.
not. Very well. Do as you. I have spoken my discourse. Teak will lead the way to the cage with Alward, Solmane, and Skari in it.
Okay.
Teak is-
So as you step in front of this cell, describe for the viewers at home and for Alward what, and we'll go in Teak, Fractus, and then Ogan. Oagen. I'm going to butcher your name 10,000 times.
Ogan.
Ogan. Okay.
It's like Hogan, just without the...
Describe for them what they see, starting with Teak.
Teak stands about 6'5". The somewhat wide frame. The full plate clad warrior would normally be indistinguishable from any other knight except for the helmet atop their head. It features glowing eyes and a visor that, once dropped, glows from the mouth as well. When Teak speaks, the mouth pulses with each word.
All right, and Fractus?
Fractus is looks just kind of like he's just kind of a medium-sized human. Brown hair, gray eyes, grayish green, and he is his distinguishing. He has like a brown traveling getup, very nondescript, and he has a red cape that is around him.
All right, and Ogan.
Ogan is a half-orc. He stands 6'3", a little over 200 pounds, grayish skin, thick mane and black hair extending between his shoulder blades. It's close cropped on the sides, showing what looks like some ritual scars of some couple of vertical arrows on one side and something circular for his left ear. He's
go
got
ahead.
some fur over his shoulder, pretty normal clothes, just some basic like homespun stuff. That looks a little tore up around the shoulders. His arms are bare. There's another set of scars on his right arm, wolf's head looking thing, and then some small markings trailing behind that.
All right. So for the three that are just joining the group, excuse me. You guys were sent up north on both Fractus and Teak would be partners in this venture, as they both work for the Chantry of Unity. Ogan would be a friend of Teak's in this, and it, like, when foreigners are inside Ardor Serai, you know, they just have to stick together. You guys were, or at least Teak was sent here, investigating, was sent into the north, investigating a cult known as the Followers of the Fifth Ascended. And her query grew And you were sent by a person named Liss. Ocular Liss from the Chantry of Unity sent you up here investigating the cult and the matters related to Teek's vision. There is a sorceress by the name of Elena, or a wizard by the name of Elena Lidelia, long thought to be dead, that might be causing trouble. This is the first lead you guys have had in your case of strings left unfrayed. So far, this group has been pretty good about cleaning up behind themselves.
I'm going to look at them with a pretty critical eye. And then I'm going to whisper to Teek, these guys were stupid enough to take on the Eye of the Mountain.
Do not fool yourself, trickster. I have heard the story from the general. You did not fare too well either. But tell me, if you choose to cooperate, you may yet earn your freedom. What is your relation to Elena Lidelia?
Who?
She is a person of interest. This
Wasn't
Elena-
everybody to someone?
What was that?
Outward said, isn't everybody to somebody a person of interest? Soulmane is going to look to the side at Teek, not saying anything. Skari is going to look up cautiously and say, I've never met her before.
Teek.
I'm gonna roll.
Before...
Okay.
I'm gonna roll an ear of deceit.
All right. Go ahead and tell me what that feat is. I'm not familiar with it. But also, what are you doing, JD, for Teek?
Teek just looks in Skari's direction for a moment before nodding. And,
Okay.
And then looks back to Alward and says,
And what do you feel about Elena?
Again, who?
Go ahead and roll me a deception check
Howard
for
genuinely
Alward.
does not. I don't think Howard actually ever learned Elena's name, and if he did, he certainly doesn't remember because player doesn't remember if he did.
Yeah, Alward was told who Elena was. There was a whole big session on it, but I can also I'll chalk that up to Alward was just there
Hit in
like
the head?
yeah. Alward was just there following Malik, and just like, hey, come on, we're gonna kill some people.
Yeah, pretty much. Wasn't really paying attention to anyone but Malik and the bear.
Fractus is going to know Skari is scared and lying out of her teeth.
I motioned to Teek and kind of code that she's lying.
Teek nods.
Yeah. Skari rolled a just for that check. I rolled it off the thing, but I'm gonna be rolling it in Roll20 for now. Skari rolled a 6, so there is no way she could literally beat that, even if you nat 1'd on there. Let's pull up her character sheet. Go ahead.
Teek stands to her full height and says,
It would behoove you to not lie. However, as I said, I will say once more, cooperate and there is freedom for you. We seek Elena, we seek to stop her. If it is in your interest to also stop her, perhaps to lay revenge on her for the trap that she led you into, then perhaps there is a future amongst my crew.
I'm gonna allow Tika
What's the
persuasion check
pension
with
scheme?
that. Say that one more time, Outward.
What's the pension scheme? I'm messing around with actually saying that.
One, to be very honest. In all honesty, I do not expect that this journey will be anything less than lethal. Indeed, we may fail, we may die. If we do perish, it will be in the service of Umiya and the Chantry of Unity. However, the only alternative for you is to stay here in this cell and rot.
Skari is going to lean over, just moving closer to Outward and Soulmane, and whisper. And there is not a lot of privacy that you can get from these bars to the people watching you. Like, this is just an open square you're in. The people standing outside the cells are going to be able to hear her words near in perfect detail, just with a little bit of effort. But she is going to lean over and say, Elena paid us really, really well. She has resources that she can come for us. You think we should just hold out for her? She looks back to Teak and then to the party. Soulmane says, I don't give a damn about her. If I ever find her again, I'm lodging my dagger through her neck. Not in a hush whisper at all. She's going to hush Soulmane and turn back to the bars with a large smile and say, Mr. Paladin, sir, where are we?
Was I able to see their faces when that exchange?
Oh yeah, you heard that whole conversation. She rolled a 4 on her stealth check.
Okay.
She is rolling in secret, so it's going to come up on the stream, but not to you guys. But it's there for the entire world. Yeah, you heard that without fault. Like, it was very hard for her to like have a private conversation here.
It's JD's car, so
It's up to you.
chug, 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 chug.
Oh, hey. I'm not muted anymore. Hey, guys.
The heck? What was that?
Somebody's
chugging.
I
Okay.
guess when you're failing, there's stuff.
Where are we?
You guys are at a military fortress called Northwind. It is on the northern tip of Arder Sarai. If you look at the map right there, there is one wind in each part of the country. These are the large military bases that make up the border patrol of Arder Sarai's royal army. You guys are about 2 days from the Flame Gate. If you were traveling on horses, 3 if you travel on foot without any difficult terrain or hindrances. 6 for a normal traveling group of pilgrims. This was the safest place they could bring the prisoners to that, wouldn't be susceptible to Lena and Terror Cry. Oh, hey. Yeah, if... let me tell him to type... Let's see.
From apartments to cars.
Say it one more time, JD.
Transitioning from apartments to cars.
Okay.
Like part of the show.
I don't even know.
So, Skari asked Teak if where they're at.
Teak responds, "We're a few days' travel from the Flame Gate."
All right. She's going to look back at the rest of the party and say.
Even when he's not funny, it's like.
She's going to look back at the rest of the party and say.
Those sure are some words you're spitting at me.
You threw me off my game. I had to remember it. I'm juggling 3,000 things consistently. Anyways, she's going to turn back to the rest of the party and say, you think we can hold out for Rosero?
Honestly, I think Rosero's in for a very long, drawn-out talk.
Skari is going to look back at Teak, Ogun, and Fractus and say, we know Elena, but we're nothing more than simple hirelings.
Do you know anything about D&D? Yeah. Okay, so it's a role
Ogun
game.
rolls
Talk will only be as long as it's drawn out as you make it.
Alright, I heard that from JD. What is, Ogun saying?
Ogun kind of looked bored, rolled his eyes, uncrossed his arms, and stepped forward, and then was going to start talking. She left you to die. I am going to kill her. And he puts his hand out like palm down, and right in front of the bars. Step forward if you want to join. You church boys can too.
Soulmane steps forward, shaking your hand, and he's going to say, Soulmane Darkstride, stepping out of the. His arms are restrained, but he's able to shake one hand. Stepping out of the darkness, you're going to see like this very beaten, just kind of dainty, noble-looking. Human, elvish, just gorgeous, celestialish kind of looking person. And all these features are going to be like a weird dark blend. And as he shakes his hand, your hand, he's going to say, if you get me out of here, put a sword in my hand, I guarantee you I'll have her head for you.
Ah! Only if you beat me to it.
Do I suspect he's lying?
You can roll an insight check if you'd like, but from your passive insight, no. As far as you can tell, Soulmane seems angry.
How do I roll
That is
an
exactly the
insight
kind
check?
of righteous fury that we'd like to see from our.
There you go. Yeah, this seems like a man who has been, he has lost. He's been beat and he's been betrayed. There is pure disdain and disgust in his eyes.
I turn to Teak and say, I trust him.
Oh, that's nice. Who else?
Skari is going to press her face to the bars and say, my husband was in the fight. Is he here?
I'll have to ask one of these tight asses around.
She says, if I can see him again, I'll tell you everything I know.
I'm not talking about fighting. I'm talking about killing. I'm talking about killing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Scary is going to scratch the back of her head with like both hands, because there's restraint, and she says, yes, I'll help.
Good. Who else?
They look to Alward, and
I mean, I didn't even want to be in this place. I don't want to do any of this. I just want to go back to my bear and Kara.
A bear. You are unlucky.
So, Hogan's.
Get me out of here. Get me with my bear. Sure, I'll go as far as it is convenient.
Yes, we can have that arranged. So, will you join us?
I'll go as far with you as it is convenient for the both of us.
Starry nods. Soulmane says yes.
Yes or no?
Soulmane says yes.
Alright, Teak will nod and say, I am Teak Hilman Kalifara, the Unrepentant. You are now one of us. You will now serve till you are released or you die, whichever comes first.
Personally, I prefer until nature calls me back.
Yes, we would all prefer to have a call back from wherever it is we came before. But trust me when I say, not all of us are that lucky.
One doesn't have to be lucky. I just realized my voice is terrible. One doesn't have to be lucky. One just has to be skilled. No, I just realized I was doing the wrong voice of my character. One doesn't have to be lucky. One only has to be skilled.
Very well. Now, let us see about that fourth member. And then the bear.
Definitely the bear.
I'm going to step away and look for a guard and ask him about the bear.
Alrighty.
What? You knew this was a poor idea.
The finding a guard in this place is not a hard ordeal. You are able to do so pretty easily down here. Simply stepping over into the next room, or actually watching this tunnel. There are going to be several guards patrolling through here. What are you saying to them as you catch one?
I ask him, there was a bear. Where's the bear being held?
The guards can say the keepers that stayed here that brought them here are being permitted to stay inside the of the fortress. They're staying in the barracks out in the courtyard. I do recall seeing several of them with some animal companions.
You know I'm gonna put on some trap music, alright?
You know they can hear you, right?
Ask me if I give a fuck.
Hey, Brandon, name it in the card.
Love you, Brandon.
Alright, I'm gonna mute. You message me if you're saying something, JD.
I'm driving.
I'm gonna tell the guard that the halfling had a bear, and I want him prepped and ready to go.
No, you got me.
Aww.
There we go. Alright. Sorry about that.
Just use touch to talk.
Yeah, I know.
They're in the car. I don't think he has touch to talk.
It is available on mobile.
Yeah. Anyways, getting the bear prep to go, that guard is going to nod and head off, and the rest of the party, half of which is still behind bars, is going to see the general coming through with a dirty, unshaven man. Two guards are carrying him. He is shackled both hands and legs. They bring him to the cell where the rest of the party is. Immediately, as the general has one of the guards unlocking the cell, Skari is going to rush to the side of the cells and say, "Anston!" He's going to say, "I didn't say anything." The general nods and says, "Yes, unfortunately." All right, which one of you is going to be questioned next?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just throw me around a bit. Leave them to reunite. You've already had some. I mean, I guess it's my turn. Woo! This is going to be so much fun.
There
was very heavy sarcasm implied.
Yeah. I unmuted JD as I feel like Teak would have said something there. But before anyone can go, Skari is going to speak for the party and say, "No, we'll all cooperate. We were just hirelings. We didn't have anything to do with her plans. We want to help find her."
And kill her.
Anson's gonna look over at her. He looks the party up and down and says, "Very well, the lot of you come." Oh.
Al just shrugs and just happily just walks behind him.
All right. He leads you guys into the next room with the two guards in tow. Inside of here, you guys can... Oh, I'm sorry. Did somebody say something?
Nope.
All right. Inside of here, you guys can see that Nykirin is tied up to what appears... it doesn't seem to be any type of torture device, but it does seem to be like an extreme restraint along the lines of what you would put somebody in before you like lop their head off in a guillotine. Yes. Nykirin, this whole time. Yes. Nykirin, this whole time, as you guys are being led into this room, Anston is going to say, so this is where they have her. He was not being interrogated here. Nykirin is fighting against these restraints. And she looks to Alward, Skari, and Anston, and Soulmate. I
use my silent speech, so I'll just... Alright, calm down. We've kind of got something sorted.
Yeah.
I use my silent speech for that, so yeah.
Okay. She is gonna hear you and look around and say, "I'm not a snitch. I know what happens to people in our line of work when they rap." She responds out loud.
No, we're not snitching per se. More just along the way.
Say that again. All right. Looks like Wiz cut out.
What you say will not be held against you.
The general is going to turn to Teak and say, "This one hasn't. This one has been awake for hours, constantly fighting. I'm fairly certain she's the leader of this bunch, but...
It's working.
Oh, I hear you.
Oh, yay.
Entering the room is going to be a scribe of the general. He sets up in the corner with a pad. Tablet. There we go. Several pieces of parchment, and he pulls over a chair and begins to start taking notes on what is happening in this room. As you guys are looking at Nykarin, Soulmane is going to be the first to speak up and say, "Look, we have no more allegiance left to Elena. She left us to die. She sent us into our deaths. We were just doing what we were hired to do." The general is going to look towards him and say, so somebody who's willing to talk. Soulmane is gonna go on and say, "Look, let her free. Let us go, and we'll tell you everything we know." The general's gonna say, "Your actions might have caused the death of the Eye of the Mountain. He hasn't been seen in days. You don't just get off that easily."
I have the who now?
Trust me, General. We will take very good care of them. We will be sure that they do not stray to do evil once more.
He looks ponderative about this and says, "I want to know where she is. I'm not getting involved in this civil war, but I can still send my men after her."
We are aware of the plight of the Eye of the Mountain. As you know, I hold a different mission in hand.
Outward has no idea where she went. He can roll a history check to try and remember. Soulmane is also going to roll a history check. And Skari is also going to fail that history check. Anston, too. Everybody in the room... Outward is not going to be able to remember her exact plans. She said she was a ritualist, but that was about the most that he tuned in to listen before he just kind of drifted off.
I mean, OC knows what's happening. At this point, IC still doesn't. Well, more like IC just doesn't care enough.
Yeah, everybody's going in the room is going to turn towards Nykarin. At least both Anston and Skari, and they're gonna say she was the one who kept up with the plans. Nykarin, who is shackled in here, is going to say, "Yeah, I listened to what she was trying to do. Tough luck in..."
Mistake.
Oh, okay, and she's going to say, "Tough luck in the bridge, trying to stop her. She said something about stealing an Earthfire. I don't even know what that means."
Hey, Brandon?
Yes.
I'm currently somewhere between Montgomery and Auburn, and my signal's going out pretty intermittently. I'm just going to drop out for the night. All right?
Alrighty, I'll message you on Facebook later.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Alright, back at you.
Bye.
Alright. Nykiran has told you guys where, or rather what she was plotting to do.
You just really want to torture people, don't you, Jeff?
Tempting. Not who you think I want to torture, probably.
Oh. Does anybody want to say anything to her, or
So that history roll was actually intended. The other two. Do I know who this Eye of the Mountain person is?
Oh yes, the Eye of the Mountain is a religious leader inside of Arder Sarai. There is a religion called and this is basic knowledge. There's a religion called the Four Ascended. When they ascended, each one of them set off these giant, massive burning earth fires as like huge wells of energy at the place of their ascension that just are constant burning things. The Eye of the Mountain's job is to protect the earth fire that is in the Ardorian Mountains. That is, that is, he is just, oh yeah, the Eye of the Mountain. He protects the earth fire.
Okay.
That is about all you know about him. He gossip around the fort. He's been missing for several days.
Okay.
All right. The general is going to continue and say, well, I'm going to need a little bit more of that before I even consider giving you anything less than the death sentence. The stenographer is going to stand up and say, Sir, while it is true that in times of war during martial law, you do have the right to execute judgment as you see fit, perhaps as these were just hirelings and goons to use, sending them into slavery inside of the Ruby Alliance would be a more fitting punishment for their crime.
Or, you could just, pay us more than we got paid to then go back against the one who paid us. I mean, that's how mercenaries work. We're technically mercenaries. Technically.
He's gonna look and say, yes, but when mercenaries take jobs from mass murderers...
Yes, because little me looks smart enough to tell apart a mass murder of someone who just is a little roughed up. I mean, come on. I literally, intentionally stay away from places and people. Yeah.
And
You're trying to get paid twice, aren't you?
And he's gonna say,
I don't care about the money, really. I'm just, thought I'd bring it up.
You asked.
I really just want to go back to nature. Really, I just want to go back out into the forest, continue exploring the world. Nothing will make me happier.
And he's gonna look at Outward and say, and your lot attacked the Eye of the Mountain. That's not a crime Arder Sarai takes lightly.
I never said it wasn't a crime. All I said is that we got paid to do a thing. Well, they got paid to do a thing. Somehow I got roped into it. I mean, the person who even roped me into it ended up getting a brain spat across the floor. I don't even know why I was there, honest. I mean, I think it was to kill a guy.
I'm going to speak up and say the Chantry It's important that these guys live. The Chantry needs these to find the Elena.